Welcome. To begin our short story unit, let's review the elements of plot, just in case you forgot. So, what is plot? Plot is the organized pattern or sequence of events that make up a story. Remember the plot diagram? The basic elements of plot include exposition, rising action, climax, falling action, and resolution. Now let's review each element. Every story must have a beginning, called the exposition. This is where the characters and setting are introduced. This is also where the main problem or conflict is introduced. The who, what, and when of a story. The next element of the plot diagram is the rising action. This is where the suspense starts. All the decisions, characters' flaws, and background circumstances come together to create turns and twists leading to the climax. The climax is the turning point in the story. This is usually the most exciting part of the story. The main character will come face to face with the conflict and have to make a decision. The falling action is when everything starts to slow down in the story. You will see the direct effects of the climax leading up to the resolution. Finally, the resolution. All the loose ends are wrapped up here, and the story ends. Let's look at the elements in a familiar short story, The Three Little Pigs. The exposition is when they leave their home for the first time and venture out to live on their own. The rising action of the Three Little Pigs is when they each build their own house, one of straw, one of sticks, and one of bricks. The big bad wolf tries to destroy each one. He is successful in blowing down the house of straw and the house of sticks, but is unsuccessful with blowing down the house of bricks. The climax of the Three Little Pigs would be when the wolf gets frustrated and jumps down the chimney to get the third pig inside the house of bricks. Is he going to get the pig? Or is something going to happen to the wolf? The falling action of the Three Little Pigs is when you find out what happens to the wolf. In this version of the Three Little Pigs, the wolf falls into a boiling pot that is over the fire. To end the Three Little Pigs, the resolution is when the third pig cooks and eats the big bad wolf as revenge, and they live happily ever after. To review the elements, exposition, rising action, climax, falling action, and finally the resolution. Now you will practice identifying the elements of a plot in a short story.
Created using Powtoon.